Gracie is the captain of the New York cheer team, a youth cheer coach, and a member of both the competition and football cheer teams. Next we have Audrey Crayville. He's being escorted by her father, Luke Crayville, and mother, Amy Barnes. Audrey is the LHS Student Council President and Executive Director of Minibon, a member of the National Honor Society Varsity Club, as well as a team member of the field hockey, competition cheerleading, and track and field teams. Next we have Delaney Ford. He's being escorted by his parents, Todd and Kelly Ford. Delaney is a member of the varsity competition cheerleading and football cheerleading team, as well as the track and field team. Next we have Leah Knoll. He's being escorted tonight by her mother, Melissa Knoll, and her father, Brian Knoll. Leah is the treasurer of the National Honor Society, a member of the National Art Honor Society, Science National Honor Society, Rho Kappa, and the Varsity Club, as well as a team member for both the field hockey and softball teams. And our last queen nominee is Lorena Lentz. She's being escorted this evening by her mother, Dee Lentz, and her father, Nicholas Lentz. Rena is a member of the girls' soccer team and track and field team, as well as a participant in academy soccer. And now for our homecoming king nominees. First we have Adriza Menevek. He's being escorted this evening by his mother, Nazila Menevek, and father, Adam Menevek. Adriza is the captain of our football team and a member of the varsity basketball team. Next we have Tyler Ergo, being escorted by his father, Phil Ergo, and mother, Tina Felix. Tyler is a member of the track and field team, as well as the captain of our football team. Next we have Ryan Carver. He's being escorted by his parents, Lisa and Jamie Carver. Ryan is the historian of the Executive Student Council, a member of the National Honor Society Varsity Club, as well as a team member of the varsity lacrosse and basketball team. And our last nominee is 8 Morningstar. He's being escorted by his mother, Christine Morningstar, and father, Billy Morningstar. 8 is a member of the LA class of 2024.
Testing 1, 2. Hello again, sports fans. Hello again, sports fans. Sports fans. Sports. Okay. Okay. For what? Prediction of player of the game? Oh, the king. Holmes is 4, isn't he? That's Tyler Arago.
The 2023 homecoming king is Aiden Morningstar.
What? Rigged election.
And the 2023 New Orleans homecoming queen is Reynolds. Congratulations to all.
Who is? Oh, really? Okay. With the Littles? With Chris and Tom Little? Yeah, they're sponsors of Game of the Week, actually. Yeah. Not tonight, but we're doing the Hanover Biglerville game. That should be a battle of the Titans. Yeah, I would too. Yeah. You did your duty. Biglerville again, yeah. Fairfield have like 19 kids or something.
Well, everyone's attention. You want to let everybody know, please stay after the game for our New Orleans marching band performance. They'll do a post-game performance this evening.
Oh boy, you'll have to dodge the band. Yeah, is that right? Oh, geez. Yeah, right. We have a deadline here. Come on, man. That was, his team was really struggling and he wouldn't return my calls. And remember we had to do like the previews and, yeah, so I
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Colonial Stadium on this homecoming evening. Tonight, the Colonials will play host to the Warriors of Susquehannock in a YAIA Division II matchup. The YAIA emphasizes good sportsmanship, which coaches, players, and fans. This contest is being played for the benefit of the student athletes of each school. No signs or noisemakers are permitted in the stadium. All spectators are asked to provide positive encouragement and support to all participants at today's contest. Any spectator, by their actions or behavior interfering with this contest, will be removed from the stadium. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. Such cardiac arrest is the leading killer of student athletes in the United States each year. District 3, the Peyton Walker Foundation, has partnered to make SCA awareness a top priority again this year. The foundation provides free heart screening for students and athletes in District 3 schools to detect undiagnosed heart conditions in an effort to save young lives. Peyton Walker Foundation also donates automated external defibrillators, known as AEDs, to District 3 schools. We ask your attention to the following statement. In the event of a cardiac emergency, the nearest AED is located.
Hello again, sports fans, on a misty night here in September. It is week 6 of the high school football season. Undefeated New Oxford entertains the Warriors of Susquehannock alongside Corey Smith on camera. And with the technical wizardry of Brandon Glorioso, I'm Jeff Cook. And you're watching Community Media Sports. The voice you hear in the background, that's Scott Anderson. He's the public address announcer here at New Oxford. Also the baseball coach, who coaches the Legion. And congratulations to him. He's one of the class of 2023 for the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame Adams County chapter. So congratulations to Coach Anderson. And we'll probably be hearing from another member of the class, Josh Martin, who gives us scores throughout the contest. I'm seated next to another Hall of Famer right here, Ed Riggs. He's got the assignment for the Gettysburg Times to read all about the game in tomorrow's time. The others, Isaiah Logue, he's the youngster of the group. And Brian Meckley, he went to Gettysburg College when not only Ed, but also I went there. I was a teammate of Bryant's on the Gettysburg College football team, and he's achieved legendary status as a referee. And last but certainly not least, the Gettysburg College women's basketball coach for so many years, Mike Kirkpatrick, a good friend of ours, and we congratulate them all. But let's talk football here. Susquehannock 2-3. Traditionally under head coach Steve Wiles, they were a wing T team, ground and pound. But now under head coach Joe Cerise, an unknown quantity. I think they've had some close games, and we'll just have to see how this unfolds. Meanwhile, New Oxford, where do you start? They have a two-headed running back attack with Bitzer and Nieves, and they have a very good quarterback, a dual-threat quarterback in Idris Ahmedovic. Brendan Holmes is merely one of the best high school receivers I've ever seen in my 35 years of covering high school football. He's made some unbelievable catches, execute the screen, whatever. And you have a really skilled offensive line. That's really what deserves the credit when you get right down to it. So we're 10 minutes or so away from the opening kickoff. We're going to be selecting a player of the game. The Adams Electric Cooperative Player of the Game will be announced at the conclusion of the telecast. We really appreciate the support of Adams Electric throughout the year, throughout the season so far. And Adams Electric shining the spotlight on tonight's Player of the Game, serving the area's electrical needs since 1940. The people behind the power, owned by those they serve, the Adams Electric player of the game. Well, we have at least 3 previous players of the game for New Oxford. We spread it around a little bit. Idris Ahmedovic, he won week 1, and then Brennan Holmes in week 2, and 2 weeks ago it was Jarrett Bitzer with 1 T. Jarrett Bitzer, our player of the game last week, a wrecking crew on defense and a hard runner on offense for contrasting styles, the bludgeoning of Bitzer and the finesse of Clayton Nieves. Throwing Tyler Arago and holding Krabs, and you got a handful to cover for any defense. That's why they're 5-0. And you look at the schedule, they're going to be the favorite probably from here on out. A good chance to run the table in the regular season, get a great seeding for the postseason. Head coach Jason Warner and his staff, they've done a fabulous job. And speaking of fabulous job, so have our sponsors here on Community Media. I want to thank them for their support for over 2 decades. It's been, and that's a score, by the way, in Gettysburg lingo. Kenny's Marketplace. Kenny's is 100% employee owned, has superior quality in perishables and world-class customer service. Kenny's carries certified Angus beef with over 40 store-made items daily. It's your passport to a world of savings. Don't forget your preferred customer card. Kenny's making customer satisfaction their top priority since 1959. Fresh food, friendly folks. You'll find them at Kenny's. Don't forget locations to serve you in Spring Grove, Tawnytown, Littlestown, Biggerville, and the flagship store in Gettysburg. Kenny's Marketplace, my favorite place to shop. And the Ira E. Lady, American Legion, Post 262 in Biggerville. These brave men and women have served our country in times of war and peace, and now they serve our greater communities. We appreciate the sponsorship of Post 262 and especially thank past Commander Gene Schaefer, present Commander Rick Pelk, Manager Krista Schauer, my good friend Vernon Stein. Post 262, we salute you. And Mr. G, special thanks to all our friends at Mr. G's and especially Mark and Megan McLean. Mr. G's on Baltimore Street in Gettysburg. The official ice cream of high school sports. Open 7 days a week from noon until 9 p.m. 16 flavors of ice cream, milkshakes, sundaes, homemade waffle cones, and more. Special fall flavor is pumpkin ice cream. Check out the gift shop at Mr. G's. Great ideas and the works of local artists on display for sale. Check out the Life is Good line of apparels, shirts, and so much more. All at Mr. G's. Jewelry too. At Mr. G's. And RNS. No, that's next week. Hold off on that thought. RNS Service Center. Just gave you a freebie. We appreciate the support of all our sponsors throughout the year. And special thanks to Ketterman Electrical Services, LLC. Ketterman Electrical Services located at 2915 Biglerville Road between Gettysburg and Biglerville near the banks of the mighty Conewago. Telephone 717-677-0066. Email guy@kettermanelectric.com, serving Adams County for more than 2 decades. Bucket truck service, generator installation, commercial and residential wiring, supply and installation of electric car chargers, all at Ketterman Electrical Services, voted #1 electrician 11 years in a row by the Gettysburg Times Pick of the Counties. Thank you, Ketterman Electrical Services. Special thanks to State Farm agents Lyle Pittner and Mike Ball. Create a State Farm personal price plan on your home and auto insurance and get affordable options just for you. Contact your Adams County agents and neighbors. State Farm agent Mike Ball in Gettysburg at 334-4908. And Lyle Pittner in New Oxford, 717-688-7270. 11 Lincoln Way East in New Oxford, Lyle Pittner. And in Gettysburg, it's Mike Ball, located at 1009 Baltimore Pike. Like good neighbors, Lyle Pittner and Mike Ball are there. They've got all your bases covered. Home, health, auto, life. Pittner and Ball, they're on the ball. State Farm. And special thanks to Sites Realty. Are you looking to buy or sell real estate? There's only one name you need to know. David L. Sites, broker owner of Sites Realty, Inc. With 43 years of experience. Dave is your man. Call 717-487-4000 mobile or 717-334-4674 office, or check the website at sitesrealtyinc.com. Sites Realty Inc. at 571 West Middle Street, Gettysburg. Sites Realty Inc. and David L. Sites, broker owner, your expert in real estate transactions since 1980. Sites Realty, we thank you so much.
Susquehannock has won the toss, and election to serve. They will kick to the Colonials.
Okay, so Susquehannock won the toss, and they will defer. So they've, doesn't seem to be any real wind advantage here. You always want to take the wind advantage in the first half because it might die down, or else you can get a big lead.
We invite members of the armed forces and veterans who are present but not in uniform to render the military salute as we honor this great nation with the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
So we'll get a look at that high-powered New Oxford offense to start the contest. A lot of weapons for the Colonials. And a little shout out, Braden Bowman, a sophomore, is a guard for the Colonials. Wears number 64. His grandfather is Jim Williams of C.E. Williams and Son, Inc., one of our excellent sponsors. So we wish Braden well and thank his grandfather and the entire organization of C.E. Williams. We thank you for your loyal support. So Nieves is deep. Holmes wears number 4. Brandon Holmes out to the 43-yard line. Good field position is something the Colonials are getting used to. First and 10. They go out of the shotgun. Short completion, good for about 6 yards. Arago making a 5-yard reception. Second and 5, slot to the near side. This is Nieves. Close to a first down, got about 4 on the carry. So it'll be 3rd and short.
Pathway by Zurball, along with McCarthy. Gain of 4, 3rd down.
So, you know, this is where Idris Ahmedovic can pick it up too. He's definitely a dual threat. For him to pick up a yard is not a difficult ask. And I'm sure Susquehannock's keeping their eye on number 2 as well. The zone read. And Nieves dives forward for the first down. 3 yards, and the Colonials move the change. And I think just that zone read, they have to respect Ahmedovic might keep it, and it just cools the pursuit just a tad. 1st and 10 for New Oxford. Here in the opening possession, just underway in quarter 1, week 6 of the 2023 season. For Community Media Sports channels 12 and 240 of your Comcast cable dial. Also via the internet, communitymedia.net. Ahmedovic, same pattern, a little hitch pattern, and Arago holds on. This time it's more like a 4-yard completion.
Tackle by McCarthy. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
2 for 2 for a whopping 9 yards for Ahmedovic. They're just getting started. This sets everything else up. The hook and go is there now too. That's Ryan Vargas in the slot to the near side. Was he down by contact? Wow.
Warriors will take over 1st and 10. Ball spotted on their own 30.
So Susky forces the turnover. .9:13 to go here in the first quarter. Complete for first down yardage. Josh Pekunis on the reception.
Gain is good for 11, and a Warriors first down.
It's Pecunis again. So Pecunis, a couple of chunk plays to get the drive started for Susquehannock. 2 first downs right out of the gate. Opening possession after the forced fumble. Susky giving notice that the Colonials might be in for a little more than they bargained for here tonight. A little mist and rain, but shouldn't be a factor. Might even have stopped. Pecunis rolls right, and now he's tackled.
That was made on the 28-yard twice. Gain of 1. Second down.
So Pecunis now 2 carries, 13 yards, 2nd and 9.
Fox the ball carrier.
Michael Fox, gain of 3. So it'll be 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Special thanks to the Ira E. Lady, American Legion Post 262 in Biglerville. These men and women have served our country, and now they give back to our local communities, Biglerville and beyond. We appreciate the sponsorship of Post 262, especially thank Post Commander Rick Pelt, Past Commander Gene Schaefer, Manager Crystal Shara, and my good friend Vernon Stein. Post 262, we salute you. 3rd and 6. Wow. Big stop. And that was Bitzer laying the wood.
That was made by Jared Pittsburgh. They'll bring out 4th and 5.
They're going to go for it here on 4th and 5, unless they got a pooch punt in the playbook. I don't think so. Pecunis under center. They might try to draw him off sides. Second man through, gets the call, and the first down, it's Fox. Gain of 8. Gutsy call on 4th down. 3rd first down of the foray, halfway through this first half. First half brought to you in part by Kenny's Marketplace. Kenny's is 100% employee-owned, superior quality in perishables, and world-class customer service. Over 40 store-made items daily. Specials, $5 specials every Friday. Fresh food, friendly folks. You'll find them at Kenny's. Serving our local communities with excellence since 1959. Stores to serve you in Spring Grove, Tonytown, Littlestown, Biglerville, and the flagship store in Gettysburg. My favorite place to shop, Kenny's Marketplace. No gain. Well, it's something. I'll call it a yard. I'm not the official stat keeper, but so both quarterbacks pretty conservative with the passing game. It could be related to the conditions. If Pigskin gets a little slippery out there in the rain. 2nd and 9.5 yards to go. Pecunis out of the gun. Fox gets the call. Gets about 2, and that's it. Well, special thanks to Ketterman Electrical Services. Serving Adams County for more than 2 decades. Bucket truck service, generator installation, commercial and residential wiring, and the supply and installation of electric car chargers. For all you do, Ketterman Electrical Services. And if I sound like a satisfied customer, it's because I am. We had a need for a service call. Ketterman Electrical Services did it quickly and efficiently. Thank you for your support. Bakunis, Fox again, and swarmed under finally. Didn't really, his second effort prolonged the carry, but really not for extra yardage. So another fourth down. Fourth and about 3 yards to go. Create a State Farm personal price plan on your home and auto insurance and get affordable options just for you. State Farm agents Mike Ball of Gettysburg and Lyle Pittner of New Oxford standing by to take your call. They're good neighbors. Mike Ball, 717-334-4908, located at 1009 Baltimore Pike, Gettysburg. And Lyle Pittner, 717-688-7270, 11 Lincoln Way East, New Oxford, PA. State Farm agent Lyle Pittner and State Farm agent Mike Ball. They're on the ball. They got all your bases covered. Home, health, auto, life. Like good neighbors. State Farm agent Lyle Pittner and State Farm agent Mike Ball are there. Looking to buy or sell real estate? There's only one name you need to know. David L. Seitz, broker owner of Seitz Realty Inc. With 43 years of experience, Dave is your man. Call 717-487-4000 or 717-334-4674 or check the website at sitesrealty.com. Seitz Realty Inc. located at 571 West Middle Street, Gettysburg. Seitz Realty Inc. and David L. Seitz, broker owner, your expert in real estate transactions since 1980. Fourth and 3 after the timeout. They pitch it to Fox. And it looks like he's got it. Another first down, the fourth of the march. Oh, he didn't get it. Wow. Big stop for the Colonials. And they convert to offense, yeah. First and 10 at their own 30 or 27-yard line. Nieves bounces it to the outside, and he's got about 8 yards. They faked the jet sweep and used the man as the lead blocker of effective play calling for Coach Jason Warner and his staff. Second and 2. They keep it on the ground. Nieves again moves the chains. A special thanks to all our friends at Mr. G's, the official ice cream of high school sports on Baltimore Street in Gettysburg, open 7 days a week, noon until 9 p.m. 16 flavors of ice cream, milkshakes, sundaes, homemade waffle cones, and more. The special fall flavor is pumpkin ice cream. Check out the gift shop, too. Great ideas and works of local artists on display for sale. Check out the good line, the Life is Good line of apparel, shirts, and more, all at Mr. G's. First and 10. Nieves couldn't get to the edge. Dragged down out there by number 54. Owen McFadden. So McFadden just kind of hog-tied Nieves. Whip tackled him. It's a good play. Reeled him in. Second and 9. Oh, whoa, big hit out here in the Evis in the flat. Bounces right up. Dawson Zorball, active. So 3rd and 8, we're scoreless here, nearly 1/4 in the books, just a minute to go. Brennan Holmes has not been targeted. He's here to the near side, single coverage. Maybe get some safety help if they try to go down the field. Ahmetovic looking for him and no call. I mean, the Colonials can't get an interference call the last 2 games. Holmes is saying, hey, I was impeded. It's at a minimum defensive holding. But the last time we were here, there were 2 or 3 calls that could have been made, and it looks like the same official just keeps that flag in his pocket. They're letting him play, as some might say. So 4th and 8. Ahmetovic's also the kicker. He can boom the ball. Takes a nice bounce from the 41 all the way to the 5-yard line. 54 yards on the punt. Coach Warner not afraid to play the field position chess match. And when you got a weapon like Ahmetovic, kicking off, he usually puts the ball in the end zone too for a touchback. At their own 5-yard line, Susky with 57 seconds to go in quarter number 1. "54-yard punt for Ahmetovic. Gain of about 4 yards, near the 10. That's Fox. I thought it was Fox. Yeah, they're 33 and 30, so. I don't think Zorball's even in the game right now. Pecunis, keeper. Looks like he's got about 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and short, and that's the end of the first quarter. A briskly played first quarter in the books. No score. Zero. So wide open, no early candidates for player of the game emerging, that's for certain. Adams Electric shines a spotlight on tonight's player of the game and has been serving the area's electrical needs since 1940. The people behind the power, owned by those they serve, Adams Electric Cooperative Inc., our sponsor of player of the game. Third down and less than a yard. Kunis might keep it himself. he goes behind that left guard, and he looks like he picked it up. Looking to buy or sell real estate? There's only one name you need to know. David L. Seitz, broker owner of Seitz Realty Inc. with over 43 years of experience. Dave is your man. Call 487-4000 or 334-4674 or check out the website SeitzzRealtyInc.com. Fox got nowhere. Might have lost a yard or two. Call it a loss of 1.
That was made by the constant. All the Golden Crabs. Loss of 2. Second half.
Yeah, Micah Smith's number 76 for New Oxford. You got to account for him. He's rushing from the near side defensive end right now. Well, Pacunas completes it. Good for about 7 yards. Burns on the catch.
He is 5, goes down.
So it's 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Well, this is how you keep it a competitive game. Susquehannock, dangerous, and they're showing it right now. Pacunas keeps it. Arago. Well, there's a flag. Let's see what they call there. The flag came flying out. Arago with a stop, but I mean, I don't think he grabbed the face mask. They're going to pick the flag up. Oh, all right. So why not make them think about it? You almost have to punt it here in a scoreless game. You don't have to. Wow, I guess they've got to turn their season around right here. They try to draw them off sides. 4th and 4. Colonials need to be disciplined. Pooch kick for Pacunas, and it'll bounce out of bounds at the 46-yard line. So this might be the break they need to start at their own 47. Let's see, and I note Bitzer is in the offensive backfield along with Nieves. So let's see if they give it to the hammer. Jarrett, 1T, Bitzer. Not to be confused with Scott, 1T, Pitzer. Ed knows what I'm talking about. Right on cue. That's Bitzer with a B. 11 yards and a first down. This is something we haven't seen a lot of this year from New Oxford. 2 running backs, both on the field at the same time. Normally it's one or the other. So, you know, this is great coaching, great innovation. And our new friends out there, Kyle and Lampke, number 60. Bitzer again. dives forward for 7 tough yards, maybe 6.
Back on the Boston field ball. Game 6. Second down.
2nd and 4. Ox on the move. This time is flying by here in the first half. 8 minutes to go and some change. Littlestown 6, Fairfield nothing. Special thanks to Josh Martin, Gettysburg Times sports editor. There they go, all alone. Brennan Holmes to the end zone, 38 yards. You get the feeling they can do that any time they want. I think that's his 10th receiving touchdown of the year here in Game 6. He's had several multiple score games, and that pass was a little underthrown. Ahmetovic made Holmes work for it as he struggled and finally got into the end zone. Brady Miller with the kick. 8:04 to go in the half. So his first catch of the night goes for 38 yards and a touchdown. Well, special thanks to all our friends at Mr. G's, especially Mark and Megan McLean on Baltimore Street. Mr. G's, the official ice cream of high school sports. Open 7 days a week, noon until 9 p.m. 16 flavors of ice cream, milkshakes, sundaes, homemade waffle cones, and more. Check out the special fall flavor, pumpkin ice cream. And check out the gift shop at Mr. G's. Great ideas. The work of local artists on display for sale. And the Life is Good line of apparel, all at Mr. G's. Touchback, right on cue. I don't know how many he's had. I don't know what the school record is for touchbacks in a year, but I predict he'll own that record by the end of the year if he doesn't already. Hopefully they keep stats, those kind of stats, because they're very important. Well, special thanks to David L. Seitz, broker owner of Seitz Realty Inc. Are you looking to buy or sell real estate? There's only one name you need to know, David L. Seitz. With 43 years of experience, Dave is your man. Call 487-4000 or 334-4674 or visit the website SeitsRealtyInc.com. Seitz Realty Inc. at 571 West Middle Street, Gettysburg. David L. Seitz, broker owner, expert in real estate transactions since 1980. Fox loses a yard. Is it Mackay? It looks like Micah, but he must pronounce it Mackay. I would not dispute PA announcer Anderson here tonight. Excuse me. Thank you. Pacunis finds his 3rd or 4th receiver, went through his progressions and finds Dan Kalazak. Good for a first down. Short gain on the far side. Burns again for a couple. Make it a yard.
Tackle made by Dominic Payne. Gain 1, second down.
Second and 9. Special thanks to Kenny's Marketplace, gold sponsor of Game of the Week for more than a score. That's 20 years, my friends. Fox is stacked up and dropped for no gain. Kenny's is 100% employee-owned, superior quality perishables, and world-class customer service. Certified Angus beef, over 40 store-made items daily. $5 specials every Friday. Fresh food-friendly folks. You'll find them at Kenny's, serving our local communities with excellence since 1959. Stores to serve you in Spring Grove, Tawnytown, Littlestown, Biglerville, and the flagship store in Gettysburg. My favorite place to shop. Don't forget your preferred customer card. Kenny's, your passport to a world of savings. So Pecunis scrambles for another first down. 5 carries now for 31 yards unofficially. Well, special thanks to State Farm agents Mike Ball in Gettysburg and Lyle Pittner in New Oxford. Under 6 minutes to play. Pecunis play action. Has a man complete for about 9-yard gain. Lippy on the grab.
Gain of 9.
So Pecunis pretty accurate so far. 39 yards passing unofficially. 2nd and 1. Here, you might take a shot down the field here with play action. Let's see what happens. They go to Fox instead. He's got the first down off the left side. 7 yards on the carry. And another first down. 7-0 lead, New Oxford, under 5 minutes to play. Here in quarter number 2. Create a State Farm personal price plan on your home and auto insurance and get affordable options just for you. Contact your Adams County agents and good neighbors. State Farm agent Mike Ball, 334-4908 at 1009 Baltimore Pike, Gettysburg. Or State Farm agent Lyle Pittner, 688-7270, 11 Lincoln Way East in New Oxford. Like good neighbors, State Farm agent Lyle Pittner and State Farm agent Mike Ball are there. And special thanks to Ira E. Lady, American Legion Post 262. Thanks to the great men and women at the Post. You've served our country, and now you extend your service to our local communities, Biglerville and way beyond. We appreciate the support of Post 62, especially thank Post Commander Rick Pelk, past Commander Gene Schaefer, Manager Chris Teixeira, and my good friend Vernon Stein. For all those at Post 262, we salute you. 2nd and 7, 3:40 to go here in the half. Susky trying to tie it, complete. Close to first down yardage. Lippy again. Tyler Arago on the stop. Well, thanks to Kettering Electrical Services, 2915 Biglerville Road, 717-677-0066, serving Adams County for more than 2 decades, including bucket truck service, generator installation, commercial and residential wiring and supply, and installation of electric car chargers. 11 years in a row. Number 1 electrician, according to the Gettysburg Times pick of the counties. Fox for 2 yards. 2 minutes and change, so 2 timeouts left for Susquehannock. They'd love to get it a tying touchdown on the board. Play action, Pecunis rolls left, and now he's going to come and find open spaces to the right. Dances along the sideline. Did he step out? He stepped out at the 10. So it's a gain of 15 yards for Pecunis and another first down. Pecunis scrambling. It's certainly an adjustment the Colonials are going to have to make at halftime. Maybe you put a spy on him, or it's all assignment football. You got to have eyes on the quarterback. 1:52 to go as he was knocked out of bounds to stop the clock. 1st and 10, just outside the 10-yard line. Fox wants the end zone, but he gets to the 5, gain of 5. Clock ticking down. Susquehannock content to maybe score and not leave New Oxford any time to reply. This is gut check time for the Colonial defense. 5-0. They lead 7-0, but Susquehannock, the Warriors have shown that this undefeated Colonial team is in for a major test here tonight. And now was that New Oxford called the timeout? I couldn't tell. Yes, it was. New Oxford called the timeout. Not a bad call. So just outside the 5-yard line with 1:11 to go. Both teams have 2 timeouts left. The first half brought to you by Mr. G's, Kenny's Marketplace, Ira E. Lady, American Legion Post 262 in Biglerville, Ketterman Electric, LLC, State Farm Agents, Lyle Pittner, and Mike Ball, and Sites Realty and David L. Sites, broker, owner, and a real estate expert for 43 years, since 1980. Thank you, one and all, and thank you as well to Adams Electric Cooperative, sponsor of our player of the game. Adams Electric shines a spotlight on tonight's player of the game and has been serving the area's electrical needs since 1940. The people behind the power, owned by those they serve. Adams Electric. Fox buried in his tracks. Loses a yard.
Krabs along with number 57, Dylan Brocker, team up for the tackle.
Holding Krabs with a stop, and still 2 timeouts left. They'll probably keep it on the ground, or else they got 35 seconds and counting left in the half. This would be calamitous if they don't get it in. Pecunis looks to run. Great job. They track him down, and he throws it incomplete. I think he completed his first 7, but I'm not sure about that. But 4th and goal. What a great stop this would be for the Colonials. And they'd be more than happy to just take a 7-0 lead into the locker room. Well, player of the game. Well, right now they're going to go for a field goal. Dan Kalazak, a 24-yard attempt. Blocked.
Ball spotted at their own 20.
Well, with 20 seconds to go. Yeah, I mean, you could fake the kneel down and throw it up for Holmes. Why not? But I don't expect him to do that. He's in the slot to the near side. Brennan Holmes. Almost like an afterthought. You better cover him. Kalazak just missed a field goal. Now he's got to cover Brennan Holmes. Medvedev. He's looking this way. Oh, but he's nearly sacked. Instead, a couple of spin moves, and he picks up 22 yards. Impressive. And you get the feeling he could do that anytime he wants. And they used one of their last timeouts. They still have one remaining. Call it a 20-yard gain. I gave him the slide. Referees marked it back at the 40. Still a first down. 12 seconds, though, with one timeout. Well, do you go hook and ladder or some kind of gadget here? It's not a bad, what the heck. Yeah, I'd say when you have a weapon like Brendan Holmes, just throw it up there. Cover like a punt. And maybe you weight it down on that, though. You could run a deep out or something, get another 20 yards, put the Hail Mary in the end zone. Anyway, he's got 2 timeouts left. Let's see what Josh Martin has to say. All the latest scores from our boss. Congratulations to Josh on his imminent enshrinement in November. Oh, Nieves. Oops, he did a U-turn. Littlestown, double pass. Well thrown, there we go. Knocked away by Pacunas with 5.2 seconds to go. Braden Billman on the pass attempt. The old Delaware special. We had that play at Gettysburg College for Mike Haas. He ran it. I think we scored a touchdown against Bucknell with that very play. But not here, not tonight. Pretty well thrown by Billman. But good, well defended by Pacunas. Pacunas looks like the best ball player out there for Susquehannock. We haven't given the player of the game to anyone out of the area yet, but you never know. Nieves, little swing pass from Medvedev. And that'll do it for the half. He picks up the first down, gain of 17, but it's halftime. 7-0. Big stop for the Colonials. We'll take a break, and when we return, a little halftime stats, and we'll see what develops. Stay right here with the ambience of high school football on Community Media Sports.
Susquehannock Warrior Archery Band 2023 presentation is called Backstory. Join us to witness the backstory of the Beethoven Pure Roots, melody into its fundamental components and subsequent routine. You are invited to experience the emotion of Beethoven's green love for the new life. The music is from Ross Sound and Pink Warrior. The Warrior Band is under the direction of John Major Lennon Pope and Corey Warner. Full stars performance next and Corey Warner. The staff includes director Chris Spool, marketing and word design Justin Preston, percussion James B. Garden, Brian Harris, Joey Moore, and Sarah Hunt. Color guard Ali Shutt. Music Chris Hutton. Marketing Shannon Harris. Props Scott Story. The band needs to prove it to take the band parents, the band boosters, and the Southern County School District staff, administration, and school board. The Susquehannock band is proud to present Backstory.
Back at the Ox Yard, where the homestanding Colonials lead Susquehannock, but a slim margin, 7-0. You would have thought there would be more fireworks offensively. Credit to Susquehannock. They had some time-consuming drives, didn't score any points, and they were to the 5-yard line of New Oxford, and they came up empty. Special thanks to our sponsors for tonight's contest. For more than 2 decades as a gold sponsor, Kenny's Marketplace, 100% employee-owned, superior quality and perishables, world-class customer service, certified Angus beef, over 40 store-made items daily, and $5 specials every Friday. Fresh food, friendly folks. You'll find them at Kenny's, serving our local communities with excellence since 1959. And special thanks to the IRE Lady, American Legion Post 262 in Biglerville. These fine men and women have served our country, and now they give back to our local communities, Biglerville and beyond. We appreciate the sponsorship of Post 262, and especially thank Post Commander Rick Pelk, Past Commander Gene Schaefer, Manager Krista Schauer, my good friend Vernon Stein. Post 262, we salute you. And Ketterman Electrical Services, located at 2915 Biglerville Road between Gettysburg and Biglerville, near the banks of the mighty Conewago. Telephone 717-677-0066. Serving Adams County for more than 2 decades, including bucket truck service, generator installation, commercial and residential wiring, and supply and installation of electric car chargers. They specialize in whole house generator installation. Voted #1 electrician 11 years in a row by the Gettysburg Times. Pick of the county's Ketterman Electrical Services. 28-0 DeLone over York Catholic. Gettysburg 3-0 over the Ship. So yeah, the Warriors, they want to get back to 500, and to make the playoffs, they almost have to run the table.
Touchdown 20. Angel Cleon 19. Comstock Valley 21, 11-6. Eastern York 26, West York 0.
Special thanks to our friends at Mr. G's, and especially Mark and Megan McLean on Baltimore Street in Gettysburg. It's Mr. G's, the official ice cream of high school sports. Open 7 days a week from noon until 9 p.m. 16 flavors of ice cream, milkshake sundaes, homemade waffle cones, and more. The fall special flavor is pumpkin ice cream. Check out the gift shop at Mr. G's. Great gift ideas, the works of local artists on display for sale, and the Life is Good line of apparel, all at Mr. G's. Looking to buy or sell real estate? There's only one name you need to know: David L. Seitz, broker owner of Seitz Realty Incorporated. With 43 years of experience, Dave is your man. Call 487-4000 or 334-4674, or check the website at SeitsRealtyInc.com. Seitz Realty Inc., located at 571 West Middle Street, Gettysburg. Seitz Realty Inc. and David L. Seitz, broker owner, your expert in real estate transactions since 1980.
Another 1 for 20 yards, and Pitcher 2 for 15. In the air, Amendment 4 for 6 for 63 yards and a touchdown. Holmes 1 catch for 38 yards and a touchdown. Arigo 2 catches for 9 yards, and Nieves 1 for 16.
Well, special thanks to State Farm agents Mike Ball in Gettysburg and Lyle Pittner in New Oxford. Create a State Farm personal price plan on your home and auto insurance and get affordable options just for you. Contact your Adams County agents and neighbors. State Farm agent Mike Ball in Gettysburg, 334-4908, or Lyle Pittner in New Oxford, 688-7270. Lyle Pittner and Mike Ball, they're on the ball. They got all your bases covered. Home, health, auto, life. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agents Lyle Pittner of New Oxford and Mike Ball of Gettysburg are there. And don't forget, we're going to have the player of the game. Susquehannock's actually within our viewing audience. So right now, Bakunis, 6 carries, 46 yards, and 7 out of 8 for 49 yards. He's got 95 yards of total offense in the first half. He's certainly a candidate. Holmes has scored the only touchdown of the contest, so who will be the Adams Electric Cooperative player of the game?
As we begin the second half.
And Medovic looks for another touchback here. Adams Electric Cooperative shines the spotlight on tonight's player of the game and has been serving the area's electrical needs since 1940. The people behind the power, owned by those they serve, Adams Electric. Here we go, third quarter. At 8:01, there's another touchback. They had a chance to catch it. I guess they didn't want to. I don't know what they were thinking, but it bounced at the one and then went in for a touchback. Just underway here in the third quarter. Susquehannock trails. They had 78 yards rushing, 49 yards passing in the first half. Nothing to show for it. 9 first downs. So they really moved the chains. Incomplete. Second and 10. 5 seconds into the third quarter. Special thanks to Gettysburg Times sports editor Josh Martin. York Tech leads Biglerville 12-7. DeLone now 35-0 over York Catholic. Gettysburg still 3-0 over Ship. Fox off the left side, stacked up after a gain of about 3. 14 carries, 35 yards, unofficially for Michael Fox. I don't think his middle initial is J. Michael J. Fox probably used up his eligibility a long time ago. This is just Michael Fox, 3-yard carry. Close, it's like 3.5. It could go either way, 3 or 4. Bakunis, shotgun. 3 receivers set to the near side. Oh, it looked like, yeah, first penalty for either team.
Offside against the Colonials.
That was Braden Bowman who jumped. So, anyway, Braden Bowman, sophomore. There's number 64 on the line, doing a great job throughout the season. And yeah, first penalty of the night. So the coach will say, hey, you just got to be disciplined. They tried to draw him off sides 2 or 3 times earlier. It didn't do it. And they just let down their guard a little bit here. So now it's 3rd and a yard. That really changed the whole scenario for Susquehannock. 10 first downs now. First penalty for either team. A flag-free festival. Who can complain about that? The refs don't get paid by the flag. That's a good thing. Fox off the left side again. And looks like a 5-yard carry. 16 carries, 43 yards unofficially. Jack Wetzel split to the near side with Ben Lippy in the slot. Kunis, 2nd and 5, keeps it himself on the zone read, and he's got first down and more. Gain of 11 for Kunis, who now has 7 carries for 57 yards. And there's no reason at all we can't give the Adams Electric player of the game to somebody from Susquehannock. And there's no reason we can't give it to somebody on the losing team either. We can do whatever we want. We might consult some of the experts up here in the press box, give them a vote. I assure you the election will not be rigged. 1st and 10. Kunis rolling out. Slips one tackle, knocked down after a gain of about 4.5 yards. Well, Adams Electric shines a spotlight on tonight's player of the game and has been serving the area's electrical needs since 1940. The people behind the power, owned by those they serve, Adams Electric. 2nd and 6. Fox off the left side again, spins out of one tackle and gets another first down. 7 more for Michael Fox. 17 carries, 50 yards, 11 first downs. So this is the formula, a way that you can compete with New Oxford. Ball control. The only turnover was by the Colonials. Susquehannock unable to capitalize so far. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line of New Oxford. Kunis, he's had good protection all day. Spun out of bounds after a short gain. Price has had a big game. 9 carries, 63 yards. That's 7 yards a tote for Kunis. 2nd and 8. Well, special thanks to Ira E. Lady, American Legion Post 262 in Biglerville. These brave men and women have served our country. Now they give back to our local communities. We appreciate the sponsorship of Post 262. Especially thank Post Commander Rick Pelk, Past Commander Gene Schaefer, Manager Krista Shara, and my good friend Vernon Stein. Post 262, we salute you, serving Biglerville and beyond. This time it's Fox off the right side and struggles to gain yardage, and another first down. 13 more for Fox, who seems to be getting stronger as the contest wears on. Unofficially 12 first downs for Susky. And I only have New Oxford for 5 first downs, so they had the one big play, a 38-yard strike. They had good field position set up by the hard running of Jarrett Bitzer, and that's been it. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line, inside the 30 of New Oxford. Panisse somehow still on his feet, breaking tackles all the way to gain of 7. He turned the sack into a 7-yard gain. Kunis, strong candidate.
Gain 7 on the survey. They'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Second and 3 under 6 minutes to go. Special thanks to Ketterman Electrical Services, 2915 Biglerville Road, serving Adams County for more than 2 decades. Bucket truck service, generator installation, commercial and residential wiring, and supply and installation of electric car chargers. Any job, large or small, call 717-677-0066. Fox continues to run well. 7 more. He's got a huge third quarter here. 19 carries, 70 yards, and yet another set of downs for the Warriors. Specializing in whole house generator installation, voted #1 electrician 11 years in a row by Gettysburg Times Pick of the Counties, is Ketterman Electrical Services. You're looking to buy or sell real estate? There's only one name you need to know, David L. Seitz, broker owner of Seitz Realty Inc. With 43 years of experience. Dave is your man. Lippy, they run the jet sweep. That was a pass, gain of 8. Lippy's third catch.
Gain 6, second down.
Second and 4 from the 8-yard line. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. Call 717-487-4000 or 717-334-4674. Check the website at www.sitesrealtyinc.com. Located at 571 West Middle Street, Gettysburg. Seitz Realty and David L. Seitz, broker owner, your expert in real estate transactions since 1980. Pecunis on the quarterback draw. He's going to be stopped a yard short of the marker. Bitzer, who else? Third and 2 at the 6. Clock ticking down to 3 minutes. Phillies postponed tonight. I don't know if they're playing 2 tomorrow. And then the Phillies or the Mets and Marlins still didn't finish that doubleheader from last night. Fox, I'm not sure he got it, but there's a flag on the play. If it's offensive holding, I'm sure the Colonials would accept the penalty.
Flag on the play. Warriors be penalized 10 yards for holding.
And that was the call. First penalty on Susquehannock, and it's a costly one. So now it's 3rd and 12 from the 16. Big holding penalty against Susquehannock. Pecunis somehow threw it away. He is elusive. He's not completed a pass yet in the second half, but man, he's a handful to corral in the open field. So they go for it, 4th and 12. Field goal really doesn't do him any good here. I don't see him trying that. I mean, it would do him good. It would get him on the board, but they would still need a touchdown. Well, we'll see. Maybe they're going for the field goal. Beware of the fake. They have Kalazak out there. He'll spot it at the 23. It'll be a 33-yard attempt. The first attempt was blocked by Holding Krabs. Let's see if he can swat this one as well. Good discipline. Colonials Don't jump. Kick is no good. He pushed it wide left. 33-yard attempt. So New Oxford at their own 20 with 2:18 to go in the third. Wow, 9 minutes and 42 seconds they had the ball and came up empty again. That bend but don't break defense for New Oxford. They came up, that the holding call was deflating to say the least. They go to Bitzer. Barrels his way for 9. 2 carries now. He might have more than that. Second down, 7-yard pickup. Okay. Second and 3. Special thanks to all our friends at Mr. G's, especially Mark and Megan McLean. Mr. G's, the official ice cream of high school sports, located on Baltimore Street, open 7 days a week from noon until 9 p.m. 16 flavors of ice cream, milkshakes, sundaes, homemade waffle cones, and more. Special fall flavor, pumpkin ice cream. And here's Nieves. Look at him go down the sideline. Finally bumped out of bounds. Nicholas Burns got a piece of him, but not before Nieves with a huge gain. Check out the gift shop at Mr. G's. Great ideas, works of local artists on display for sale, and the Life is Good line of apparel, all at Mr. G's. 35 yards on the carry. Special thanks to our gold sponsor for more than 20 years, Kenny's Marketplace. Stores that serve you in Spring Grove, Tawnytown, Littlestown, Bigleyville, and the flagship store in Gettysburg. Kenny's is 100% employee-owned, superior quality and perishables, and world-class customer service. Over 40 store-made items daily. Check out the $5 specials every Friday. Bitzer again bludgeons his way inside the 30 to the 28. Close to another first down.
Gain of 9. Second and 1.
3 carries, 27 yards for Jarrett Bitzer. They swing it out in the flat. Nieves, the receiver. And there's a flag at the end of the play. It was good for about 9 yards, but let's see what the flag is all about. Fresh food, friendly folks, you'll find them at Kenny's, serving our local communities with excellence since 1959. Don't forget your preferred customer card, your passport to a world of savings. It's my favorite place to shop, Kenny's Market. And don't forget the good men and women of IRE Lady American Legion Post 262 in Biggerville. Community service is what they're all about. Especially thank Post Commander Rick Pelk, Manager Chris DeShara, Past Commander Gene Schaefer, and my good friend Vernon Stein. Post 262, we salute you. Keep up the great work in Biglerville and beyond. Bitzer again stood up, got about a 3-yard gain. So it'll be 3rd and 2. Well, create a State Farm personal price plan on your home and auto insurance and get affordable options just for you. Contact your Adams County agents and neighbors, State Farm agent Mike Ball in Gettysburg, and Lyle Pittner in New Oxford. Flag down once again. State Farm agent Mike Ball, 717-334-4908 at 1009 Baltimore Pike, Gettysburg. Or State Farm agent Lyle Pittner, 688-7270, 11 Lincoln Way East, New Oxford, PA. Like a good neighbor? Lyle Pittner in New Oxford and Mike Ball in Gettysburg are there. They got all your bases covered. Home, health, auto, life. Like good neighbors, Lyle Pittner and Mike Ball are there. And that'll do it for quarter number 3. This game is being played at a brisk clip.
We help them to stay in the game. And we can do the same for our pros fans. Because at Wells Bank, our goal is to help you reach your health goals on and off the field. The board-certified fellowship trained orthopedic surgeons can treat the most common to the most complex orthopedic injuries and conditions. Don't let orthopedic pain keep you on the sideline. Start your relationship with Wells Bank today. Learn more about our team approach at wellspan.org/orthopedics.
One quarter to play, 7-0. Susquehannock's done everything but get on the board. They've moved the ball. They've made some big stops on defense, but right now it's that 138-yard completion to Brendan Holmes for 6. That's the difference in the game. Well, you tack on Brady Miller's point after, but quarterback draw. Lemedovic keeps it in his own hands and gets about 4 yards. So it's 4th down and 3. Well, I think they're going to go for it here. It's not a bad call. It's like the Philadelphia Eagles. They would go for it here. But you can't do the push from behind quarterback sneak. I love the way they call plays with New Oxford. They have these little poster boards. And the last one they put up said Hoosier. Lemedovic, I don't know if he got it. I don't know. He didn't get it. Well, could be a Medovic. Yeah. All other players are accounted for. Luke Fry's the backup quarterback. He's had a few assignments in mop-up duty. This would be a devastating loss for the Colonials. Just hope that he's just shaken up and can continue in the game. A chance to thank our sponsors. Located on Baltimore Street in Gettysburg, it's Mr. G. Special thanks to Mark and Megan McLean and all our friends at Mr. G's, the official ice cream of high school sports. Open 7 days a week from noon until 9 p.m. Mr. G's has 16 flavors of ice cream, milkshakes, sundaes, homemade waffle cones, and more. Special fall flavor is pumpkin ice cream. Check out the gift shop at Mr. G's. Many great ideas. The works of local artists on display for sale. Check out the Life is Good line of apparel and so much more, all at Mr. G's, the official ice cream of high school sports. So Medovic gingerly, or maybe just, took a shot, the Charlie horse like they used to call it, a thigh bruise or something like that, makes it difficult to walk. We'll see if he's able to continue. And he was short. So Susquehannock takes over on downs. Susky starts at its own 29-yard line with 11:09 to go. For more than 20 years of sponsorship, it's been Kenny's Marketplace, 100% employee-owned. 40 store-made items daily, $5 specials every Friday. Fresh food, friendly folks, all at Kenny's. Pacunis keeps it and gets a few, maybe 3 yards on the carry. He's unofficially got 13 carries for 78 yards, so he's had a pretty stellar night.
Tackle by Turner.
3 yards on the carry, 2nd and 7. Fresh food, friendly folks, that's what you find at Kenny's, serving our local communities with excellence since 1959. Stores that serve you in Spring Grove, Tawnytown, Littlestown, Biglerville, and the flagship store in Gettysburg. Kenny's salutes its store managers as well. 2nd and 7. Bakunis hands it off. Fox on the carry. He got about 5 yards. It's going to be 3rd and short. So both Bakunis and Fox with over 75 yards rushing. Pretty good 1-2 punch. 3rd and about a yard. Under 10 to play here in the quarter number 4. 7-0. New Oxford clinging to the lead over a pesky Susky. Who will be the Adams Electric player of the game? Gettysburg 6, Ship nothing. Another field goal, maybe by Jordan Gondaway. I don't know. He kicked a big field goal last year to beat Shippensburg. Has 2 tonight. Bakunis hit before he can stretch out and get the first down. No gain on the play. It's going to be 4th and short. I mean, I don't think you can. I think you have to punt it away here. If you have to keep everything still on the. Well, it's 4th down and a yard, so they're going for it. Yeah, and there's flags are flying. Well, special thanks to all the good men and women of Ira E. Lady American Legion Post 262 in Biglerville, undergoing renovation and deeply involved in the local communities, Biglerville and beyond. We thank you for all the great things you do. Post 262, especially thank Post Commander Rick Pelk, Past Commander Gene Schaefer, Manager Krista Shara, my good friend Vernon Stein. It's quite simple, Post 262. We salute you. And also Ketterman Electrical Services, located at 2915 Biglerville Road, 717-677-0066. If I sound like a satisfied customer, it's because I am. They did great work at our house. Kurt made the job a breeze and just was superb. Bucket truck service, generator installation, commercial and residential wiring, and the supply and installation of electric car chargers, specializing in whole house generator installation. Voted #1 electrician 11 years in a row by the Gettysburg Times. Pick of the counties, it's Ketterman Electrical Services. Fourth down and a foot. Bakunis stacked up. He's not going to get it. He lost yardage. He met a wall. The interior of defense for the Colonials. Kylan Lampke's out there. Mike Mackay Smith. So they take over on downs. Deep in Susquehannock territory at the 38. Well, it was 38 yards away when they went to Brennan Holmes. Wouldn't that be a quirky stat? Well, so much for that. Nieves, no gain on the play.
No gain. Second down.
2nd and 10, 8.5 minutes to go in this one. Create a State Farm personal price plan on your home and auto insurance and get affordable options just for you. Contact your Adams County agents and neighbors. State Farm Agent Mike Ball, 717-334-4908 at 1009 Baltimore Pike, Gettysburg, or State Farm Agent Lyle Pittner, 717-688-7270 at 11 Lincoln Way East, New Oxford. Like a good neighbor? State Farm Agents Lyle Pittner and Mike Ball are there. And the Evis got a yard, maybe. Are you looking to buy or sell real estate? If so, there's only one name you need to know. David L. Seitz, broker owner of Seitz Realty Inc. With 43 years of experience, Dave is your man. Call 717-487-4000, cell, or 717-334-4674 office, or check the website at SeitZRealtyInc.com. Seitz Realty Inc. located 571 West Middle Street, Gettysburg. Seitz Realty Inc. and David L. Seitz, broker owner, your expert in real estate transactions since 1980. And now, the Colonials using some clock, whatever Hoosier means, like Hoosier Daddy, or I don't know. Well, 37 yards, Brennan Holmes. Wow. All he does is score touchdowns. Is that Amedovic out there? Okay, so Amedovic with a miracle recovery throws a 37-yard dart. He's not 37 years old. I think he's probably about 18. Brady Miller, an attempt to point after. So time of possession, we don't keep that stat, at least I don't, but it's heavily skewed in favor of Susquehannock. And Brady Miller's kick is good. So that's his 11th touchdown in 6 games. Pretty prolific. Well, Amedovic's not kicking off. They have their backup kickoff guy, Iban Garcia. He's got a pretty big foot too. Fumbled at the 4, but it goes forward and it's picked up. That would have been a knock-on in rugby. Of course, this is American football, not rugby football. So Susquehanna's got to think about opening the playbook a little bit. They don't have time for a long drive. 7 minutes to go, and they need 2 scores. Susquehanna, its own 21. They still have 3 timeouts left, but they need to go hurry up or do something. A shutout being pitched brilliantly by the New Oxford defense. Mackay Smith, defensive end, to the bottom of your screen. They'll be looking to pressure Pecunis. They can pin back their ears and run after the quarterback. Incomplete. I don't think Pecunis he's completed a pass in the second half. So suddenly that discussion of player of the game gets a little more interesting. And we don't have you can always have co-players of the game. There are no rules. So Amedovic, 5 out of 6 for 101, 2 touchdowns. Obviously both to Brennan Holmes. 6:57 to bleed for the New Oxford defense. Pecunis throws a strike. Brennan Holmes came up and made the tackle. Wow. Well, that could have tilted the equation in his favor. He's pretty impressive. Oh, they're both all league performers, Semetovic and Holmes. There's no doubt about it. We've seen most of the top players in the division, and they are a cut above. 3rd and 5 for Susky, trying to hang on, keep their hopes of an upset alive. They trail 14-zip with 6:10 to go. Out in the flat to Kolazic. And there's Brennan Holmes again, cleaning up. So it's going to be a 3-yard gain. So it's 4th down. They go for it. This is the game here. Timeout, New Oxford. I like that call. Oh no, Susquehannock. Well, yeah, it is. Their whole season really is riding on this play. At 2-3, they cannot afford another loss. They dropped to 2-4. I'm pretty sure about that record, but if they are something other than 2-3, I apologize. 5:39 to go. 4th down and a long yard. The last time they went for it on 4th down, they didn't get it. They tried a sneak, and Pecunis lost yardage. So that defensive front has been stout for New Oxford. Who will be the Adams Electric player of the game? Adams Electric shines the spotlight on tonight's player of the game. Has been serving the area's electrical needs since 1940. The people behind the power, owned by those they serve. Adams Electric Cooperative. Pecunis drops into the shotgun. Oh. So the discipline all first half, and this is the second time he's drawn them off sides, and that will be a 1st down. Wow. That is a tough break. It looked like the drive had stalled, so credit Pecunis. Not only is he elusive, he's crafty, and he twice has drawn the Colonials offside here in the second half. 5:39 to go in the 4th. Colonials with a 14-0 edge. Can they finish the deal? Pecunis gets to it. Is that, dropped right in his hands. Caden Rodriguez maybe was hearing footsteps, but that couldn't have been thrown any better by Pecunis. Josh Pecunis just with a strike, and he's still without a completion here in the second half, but that one was certainly well enough thrown to be a completion. 2nd and 10 with 5:34 to go. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining here in this contest, brought to you by Mr. G's, Kenny's, Post 262, Kettleman Electric, State Farm agents Lyle Pittner and Mike Ball, and Sites Realty and realtor owner broker David L. Sites. Zone read, Pecunis keeps it, moves the chains again, got about 16 more yards. He's getting close to 100. I have him for 94 unofficially, 15 carries. Well, I have 15 first downs for Susquehannock, so they have just moved the ball everywhere except into the paint. Play action, Pecunis threw it out of bounds, kept hope alive. It'll be 2nd and 10. So still no completions in the second half. After 6 or 7 in the first half. Special thanks to Gettysburg Times sports editor Josh Martin for giving us all the scores throughout the game and throughout the season. Second and 10 with 5:01 to go. Susquehannock trails by 2 touchdowns. They pitch it. Fox, little gain, maybe 2 yards. So I had Fox for 77 yards.
Second down.
78, 3 yards. 3rd and 7. Littlestown leads Fairfield 40-0. Stallone 42-0. Pecunis wants it all. Picked off. Braden Billman with the pick. Another pick for Braden Billman. He's had a couple here under the bright lights of Friday night here on Community Media Television. And now, 2 timeouts left for Susquehannock. Look for heavy doses of Jared Bitzer. Although I don't think he's, I don't think he's.
Number 18, Luke Fry.
Luke Fry at the controls. Well, he ran the team while Amedovic was in Europe for 3 weeks visiting relatives in the home country, and Amedovic back just in time, and obviously he was ready to go from the get-go. Nieves looking to ice it. 9 yards on the carry.
Tackled on the 20. Gain of 8. Second down.
Under 4 to play. The first down here increases the likelihood that New Oxford will move to 6-0. They've been very judicious with the clock. Luke Fry. So, Coach Warner he wanted to get Amedovic out of there, not have him aggravate the injury. So he just was in for that one play to throw a touchdown pass. And now it's Luke Fry and Nieves trying to seal the deal as he picks up another chunk. Well, the only stat that matters is points on the board. As we count down, we're going to have to make a decision. Adams Electric Cooperative Player of the Game. Well, the candidates are several. Pecunis for Susquehannock. Brennan Holmes for New Oxford. Amedovic. Ed Riggs here is nodding. He's helping us out. He gets a vote. Check out Ed's story tomorrow's Gettysburg Times. Read all about it. Oh, Nieves is going to lose yardage that time. And the clock is running. Looks like Coach Cerise content to not to use his timeouts. Maybe after this play, if they can limit the damage on this play, you might see a timeout for Susquehannock. I don't think they're ready to put up the white flag of surrender, but they need a major miracle now with 2:15 to play in the game. 2 strikes. Idris Amedovic to Brennan Holmes, who now has 11 touchdown receptions this season in 6 games. I don't know what the record is in the area, but it's got to be close. I know Brock Harner, he probably had a bunch of touchdown receptions for Littlestown. I can't really think of anybody else that comes to mind. So Nieves and Bitzer do just enough on the ground, and Amedovic very efficient, just enough, and the defense super stout. That was the difference here tonight. And there's a timeout with 1:24 to go, 3rd and 10. So Brennan Holmes, yeah, and some good plays on defense. Maybe that was enough to make the edge, and he's going to finish the game. So you're okay with Brennan Holmes? Okay. Ed Riggs, thank you. He says Brennan Holmes. So Brennan Holmes, for the second time this year, is our Adams Electric Cooperative Player of the game. He could be. He didn't show up the last time. He stood us up, so we'll see. Maybe we can get our newfound friend Kylan Lampke to recruit him. Number 60. He's out there now. And out there as well is Braden Bowman, the grandson of Jim Williams of C.E. Williams, one of our fabulous sponsors here on Game of the Week. Great job to all the Colonials. And here's Luke Fry airing it out. Oh, that's... Coach Cerise probably not too happy about that. Your backup quarterback trying to go for broke. But the other side of that coin is, hey, these guys work hard in practice every day. Why shouldn't they be able to run the offense? I mean, I see both sides. And now it's 4th down, and they're going to punt it. Ahmetovic back to punt. He's barely limping. He's a tough dude. I have no doubt he's leading the league in punting as well. Let's see, this one is at the 43. So he puts it in the end zone. It's a 43-yard punt. He's looking for the corner. Oh, wow. Well, there's our player of the game. If you weren't convinced, nobody's changing their vote up here. That was Brendan Holmes. It looked like it was spinning in, and somehow he batted it at the 1-inch line. And oh man, so what do you do here? You're in danger of a safety. I mean, you almost like take the intentional safety kick. I mean, there's a 1:07 with 1 timeout left. There's really no chance, but. Yeah, that's probably his average on the season too. He's amazing. What a weapon. And somebody to cover like Brennan Holmes, who downs it on the 1-inch line. So now Pukunis has to try to get out of the end zone. Avoid the sale. Well, half the distance. It's like a half-inch penalty? I guess you got to call it a yard. I don't know. What's the stat on that? I always wonder, too, when they kick it out of bounds and it goes to the 35, it's a penalty, but for how many yards? So you don't have the Ed Riggs, he doesn't have the answer either, so I don't feel so bad. 1:07 to go. Check out Sports Chat on Tuesday night. Brendan Holmes signaling timeout. I guess they declined that penalty. 2nd and 9. Clock is ticking. 40 seconds to go in this one. Well, they might not run another play. Well, it wasn't easy. But New Oxford will prevail and move to 6-0. Congratulations to head coach Jason Warner and the entire squad. They sling it out there for a final statistical nugget. But this clock is going to run to all zeros. And New Oxford goes to 6-0. Congratulations to head coach Jason Warner and the Colonials. 14-0. They defeat the game Susquehannock Warriors, who fall despite a valiant effort. For Brandon Glorioso and Corey Smith, special thanks to Ed Riggs up here in the booth for being a consultant for us. And read that story in tomorrow's Gettysburg Times. Special thanks to Josh Martin for all the scores. The final from the Ox Yard. The Colonials defeat the Warriors of Susquehannock 14-0. I'm Jeff Cook. See you next time, sports fans. Good night.